What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. Now, in the community section, I posted this photo of Devin Haney from a clip that I got from December the 14th from an article saying that organizations urge to take action because Devin Haney gained 25 pounds in one day. So my question was, act how? What are they going to do? Force him to go up in weight? People, Canelo Alvarez outweighed Floyd Mayweather by 15 pounds. There was not even a discussion about it. It wasn't even an issue. Do you know how many countless fighters have gotten in the ring, past and present? Okay, and it's going to still happen. Look at David Benavidez. The same thing happened with him. So we pick and choose who's allowed to gain a lot of weight and who's not. So my thing is, if you're going to try to act upon anything with Devin Haney, okay, act upon it with every fighter. Every fighter. Not, oh, well, this guy particular because such and such a thing, we just feel like it. No. Devin Haney, they said he outweighed Regis by 10 pounds, but he gained 25. So when I said Devin Haney outgrew the 135-pound division a long time ago, you got these ignorant people acting as if, oh, well, that's just an excuse because he doesn't want to fight this guy and that guy. Paulie Malignaggi was the main cheerleader talking about he's going to use that excuse to not fight Lomachenko. Let me tell y'all something. Like I said before, Devin Haney looks like a skeleton in the face to make 135. You didn't see that at 140. So for him to gain 25 pounds is just what I said. He may end his career at 154. Hell, he might even, who knows? Who knows? It's more dangerous to go up when you get to a certain age where he's not a big puncher, but he has respectable power. 160 would be some really big guys. And when your body grows into a certain weight, as long as you keep those skills, that's what matters. So 160 would be more dangerous grounds just because of the punching power of the opponents. But at the end of the day, the whole point is that I told you, Devin is not a little guy, man. And you could see it even like when he's training, even in between fights before he cuts the weight, you can see Devin's not a little guy. You know, even what did Lomachenko say? This isn't lightweight, this is heavyweight. Okay, so this is what I say to people. I don't need to make excuses for anybody. I gain nothing from it. Okay? At the end of the day, for Devin Haney to tell everybody when he's asked this question about going up in weight or going down in weight, or like, you know, fighting at 135 again, he always says, we'll see. I mean, you know, he never tells you, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to 135 and I'm going to fight. He always say, we'll see. Whatever makes sense, we'll see. And when he says whatever makes sense, it doesn't necessarily mean finances. It's, can my body make the weight? He's addressed this already. His father's addressed it a long time ago, that the weight is becoming an issue. It's very difficult to make the weight. If he gained 25 pounds and he's fighting at 140, okay, then how much harder do you think it takes him to make 135? Who's too stupid to understand that? You know what I mean? So even when you hear fighters, and it's funny because you always hear people talk about Lomachenko best weight was 126. Why the fuck does it matter? Why the fuck does it matter if he's at 130, 135, or 126 if his best weight was 126 and he's as good as y'all say he is, right? What does it matter? See, that's the problem and what people don't understand. When you're smaller and you're knocking guys out, we've seen many fighters do that. They go up and the knockout percentage starts to drop because now it's harder to knock out these bigger guys. Devin Haney was never known to be a big puncher. He was always a skillful fighter, and what makes him deadly is how he combines everything. So is it, I mean, are we really, in this generation, this era of time, are people really that fucking stupid that people think everything is an excuse because you see something? Like, stupid ass, if you have a son and your son wears size 8 shoe and the following year he just goes up to a 9.5, are you going to continue to buy him 8s? Oh, that's just an excuse. You just want an 8. No, dummy, because it's hurting his feet. It's too small. He needs a bigger size. It's life. It happens. So Now, for him to go up to 140, and he's fighting, and it's like, listen, he just dominated Regis Prograis. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, and remember, he's pillow-fisted, right? So, yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, he's gaining too much weight now. He's being called a weight bully. Errol Spence was called a weight bully. Do you know how many fighters throughout history, to this very day, fight? They don't fight in the weight class of their walk-around weight. If that's the case, Benavidez would be fighting as a cruiserweight and not a super middleweight. I mean, come on, like common sense, people. And how many times have Benavidez, a lot of times it could be lack of training hard, but then you got some people, it's not that they're not training hard. Their bodies just grow and they become too big for that division. Simple. So, yeah, what action is whatever organization going to take? What action are they going to take? I mean, this is crazy, man. It's like the hate for this guy is just unbelievable. Like, you guys think that because you don't like someone, they don't have the right to earn their keep. Well, then, here's the thing. If Canelo had to beat Floyd Mayweather, right? You want to know what none of you Canelo lovers would have said? Yeah, but to Floyd's credit, come on, man. Canelo was 15 pounds heavier than him. No, you wouldn't have said that. You wouldn't have. You would have just said, ha ha, nah, with your childish shit. Oh, Floyd got his ass whooped. That's all you would have said. But because you don't like Floyd, if Floyd was 15 pounds heavier than Canelo, you would have brought that shit up. It would, even if it wouldn't have been an issue with any organization, the fanboys would have, oh, big deal, you beat somebody that you're way bigger. The same way when Shakur Stevenson beat Oscar Valdez. People was talking so much shit about what Oscar Valdez was going to do. But when Shakur beat him, big deal, you fought somebody way smaller than you. But you guys hate Devin so much that you try to support Shakur Stevenson over Devin because you just want to see somebody beat him. But then after that stinky performance he just put on, now you feel like, damn, okay, now let's cheer for Tank. After you guys said Shakur would beat Tank. He's the only guy that could beat Tank. He beat Tank. He beat him for sure. And yeah, I saw that little video clip about Tank saying he's going to 140 or whatever. Okay, fine. When he does that, then it'll be something. And not only when he does it, but when not because he says it, because when he gets in the ring and fight at 140. Otherwise, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. And that's all these videos are. People say things in the video and everybody starts speculating, start talking, and then nothing happens. So, yeah, I mean, I posted that and I said, you know what, let me make the video about this shit too. Because you know what's happening? People are not understanding. Like, the favoritism, the ignorance, the personal dislike and disdain for people, it should not have any place in boxing, just like anywhere. Okay, if you work somewhere and you have a supervisor for whatever reason just don't like you and they make up lies, you wouldn't like that shit. Huh? Oh, you went in without scanning. Okay, 20 other people went in without scanning. Why didn't you say anything to them? Just the one person that you don't like. No, so you need to make sure whatever organization, that's according to the article. I read the article, and I'm not digging into, it wasn't really much to really fucking say. I don't like the drama that comes along with shit. But basically what they were talking about was that it's like you're fighting a guy from a whole different weight class, and it's like, oh, so Devin's the first person to do that shit, huh? Because his body gains weight. So when guys like Paulie running their mouth talking about how he's going to use the weight as an excuse to not fight Loma, he fought Loma. And he won the fight. Now, let's say this. You can also look at that and not to make any excuse at all. There's no need to make any excuses. He won the fight. But at the same time, what if he was more comfortable weight-wise? What if, because you think about it, right? He fought the way he did. He came at Loma. But look how much stronger he looked against Regis. Now, what people tried to do was downplay his victory and talk about, oh, well, Regis ain't Loma. Regis, yeah, okay, well, at the end of the day, though, bottom line, that's not what you guys were saying before the fight. You guys were saying this was a 50-50 fight. So my point is, at a comfortable weight, if he made the 135 comfortably, he might have really fucked, like really fucked Lomachenko up, like really fucked him up. Who knows? Yeah, it's a different fight, different style, but at the same time, yeah, my point is, you know, it was never excuses made. He took the fight, and he knew I need this fight, because if I don't, that's the bullshit people are going to say. But what I'm saying is, you legitimately see that he's outgrown 135, and he was saying this way before the Loma fight, but he had been calling Loma out for 3 straight fucking years. So nobody with a brain in their fucking head could sit here and say that Haney was ducking Lomachenko. So bottom line is, what I'm saying is, in terms of performance, well, hey, when you're comfortable, you're comfortable. You see what I mean? We watched Jermell Charlo look dominant in fights. We watched him in the ring where people thought that he was going to lose, but he was going to lose with a gallant effort. See what happened when he wasn't comfortable? When he felt that power of Canelo and decided, made up in his mind, fuck that, I'm just going to stay in here and cover up. I'm not even going to fight back. What I'm saying. But in terms of being weight drained, in terms of not being as strong, not being at your very best because you're struggling to make weight, that can happen to any fucking fighter. So when you see stories like that, that's the point I want to also make with this. It's not, you know, it's be fair to all fighters. Don't pick and choose who we're going to take action against. But at the same time, when you're looking at these situations, you have to understand, when a fighter is struggling to make weight and he's trying to make the weight to make a statement, y'all don't consider that daring to be great. You just dare. It's daring to be great when you go up and down in weight to prove something. I'm fighting bigger. No. If I walk around here 250 fucking pounds and I can cut down to 130, 135, just say, 230, 235, just say, right, comfortably. If me coming in at 218, 215 is draining me, why the fuck? And I say that because as a heavyweight, now they have this bridgerweight bullshit. But so basically, if I'm walking around 250, what the fuck would I want to fight at bridgerweight for then? Now, if I can get down to 225, you know, whatever, 230 and fight comfortably, so be it. But for me to come in there shredded up, ripped up, but weak as fuck because, yeah, I look good, but I'm drained. And a lot of times you don't really know that until as the fight progresses and goes on. So now when fighters put rehydration clauses in the fights, y'all always, oh yeah, if he all that, why you gotta make him drain himself? No, he's not making him drain himself, ass. Well, some people do use that as a tactic. But what it is about is this. Now, motherfucker, I get it. I'm naturally 140 pounds. You naturally 165. 168. You come in fight night, I might gain 3 or 4 pounds more. Your ass gonna gain like 15 to 20 pounds more. 20, 25 pounds more. So here I am fighting you at 140, motherfucker. I'm in there fighting a light heavyweight. That's what that shit comes down to. Okay, so depending on the individual, how genuine they are, that's the difference maker. Am I trying to really make this person drain themselves, or am I trying to make this fair as possible? Because I'm going in fighting the guy, and you could look at 2 guys, and the arms, the legs, the neck, the size of the head, you could completely, the width of the back, the shoulders. You're not stupid. You know when a guy's way too big for another guy. So when these guys go in there and fight these big guys and win, yeah, that's daring to be great too. So stop sitting there riding coattails and playing favoritism with who's daring to be great, because you have some favoritism towards them. Another thing is, if you look and you watch when these fighters, like certain guys who, look at Thomas Hearns. This motherfucker started out as a pro, as a welterweight. He ended his career as a fucking cruiserweight. So it's what I'm saying. And he could punch. But what happened when he goes up in weight is, guess what? Now it's harder to knock these bigger guys out. We just seen Ryan Garcia go up to 140. Okay, so that means that I don't know what he rehydrates up to. But for Ryan Garcia, okay, if Ryan Garcia is naturally, let's say if Devin Haney is just a bigger guy, and sometimes that's what happens as we get older, our bodies fill out more. You get to a certain age, it's like, damn, this motherfucker done got big. So it's like, for Ryan Garcia, same thing. He's even talking about at some point he'll be at 147. So it's what I'm saying. You know, to start calling certain fighters weight bullies when you got so many guys that rehydrate. Nobody's calling David Benavidez a weight bully. You know what I mean? And he's a guy that missed weight and got stripped for that shit twice. So just say, when you say that somebody's a weight bully, come on, guys. Nobody was calling him a weight bully at 135, Devin Haney. This is my point. Nobody was calling this man a weight bully at 135. But when Lomachenko referred to him as a heavyweight, or you had a couple of people trying to ride that wave of, look how big this motherfucker. Oh, so wait, so do you want to see the fighter? No, what the fuck are you complaining about? So that being said, if you look at everything else going on in boxing with, you know, people failing drug tests and then all of a sudden they're fighting again. Some people get banned. You got people being called weight bullies, but yet you got tons of other fighters that rehydrate and blow up the same amount of weight or more weight than they do. You got all these different things, or, you know, some people, oh, he cheated and had padded gloves, but then you got dudes using unpadded gloves to knock out females. You know, all kinds of goofy shit going on. And it's like the drama surrounding boxing is just unreal. What we don't need is this type of bullshit. The reality of what we see happening is these casuals and these immature people who just don't understand shit. They just have mouth and they want to talk. These are the people that don't really need to have boxing channels and trying to give people logic. Because all y'all fucking do is talk about who you like and don't like and make excuses and then make up lies to support your claim. Because you read titles and then if you watch videos, these dudes, could it be this, could it be that? That's not what your title said. Your title said this person was exposed. And you had a little arrow pointing to that person. What was he actually exposed? So yeah, I mean, I just thought that was an interesting little article. You know, it's the title that he just won. That, oh, they feel like compelled to do what? Look into what? There's nothing that they can look into. Only thing they talked about was how much weight he gained and like talking about, you know, that's an advantage. Okay, well, y'all said he can't punch. So what the fuck does the size mean? Well, if that's the case, then Jarrell Miller shouldn't be considered a heavyweight. You need to make a super heavyweight division. This motherfucker's 300 and something pounds. Yeah. Don't think about that, do you? Yeah. So at the end of the day, y'all, yeah, the bullshit is just it's distasteful, man, and it just really it doesn't do anything good for boxing. It doesn't. And you know, me seeing that article, I said, nah, I'm going to speak on this. You know, I said I'm not going to just put it in the community section. I'm going to put it there first, then I'm going to make the video about it. And so here I am. Anyway, talk to me in the comment section what y'all think about this situation. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.